Hello. The next example which I want to show you in Java networking is a kind of file server. Here the client will send the name of the file, the server will search it in its own repository, and if that file is available, the server will send the content of the file to the client, and then client will receive the content, store it's on its own repository. Here, since the client and server are working on the same computer, what I did, I designed, I created two folders, two directories. One is files and another is repo. This file directory contains lot of files, and the server actually search out the content or the files in this directory. If it is available, it is the content is sent to the client. Then the client will store all the file inside this repo directory. Sorry. So let's start. For this purpose, let's create two projects. One is file server and another is file client. File client. So as usual, let's start with the server part. Let's create a package, and yes, there is one more enhancement I did in this project. The server is now available for multiple clients. It is not limited to one single client. If you look at the code which I designed in the previous video, that code, that server in that code basically is limited to one single client. After serving one single client, the server gets stopped. But here we need to design the server in such a way that it will accept multiple connection at a time, and it will service multiple client at a time. So let's design that. So first of all, let's create a package. So this is a concurrent server. Concurrent server means it can serve multiple clients at a time. So let's create one more class here. The class name is suppose file server, or why not the server only, and it requires a main method. Okay. So from this main, the execution gets started, and then I want to design a thread which will serve a client. So let's design a class. Name is concurrent file service. So this class will behave like a thread. Now to create a thread in Java, we need to implement runnable interface, and when we implement runnable interface, we need to provide the body of the run method. So here is the run method. Now whatever code written in the run method is behave like is a code which we want to run in the thread. Now this each thread need to know that to which client it is serving. So each thread must have a socket related to the client. Okay. Now since we are working on network and input output, we need to have a try catch block for IO exception. Okay, and obviously the obviously the server must search in a specific directory. So let's fix out the directory. Private string directory path equal to, and let's make it as a final. And the directory which I am specifying is so this is the directory where the server will search out the files. Now, as usual, when the server thread want to communicate with the client, it need to have the input stream. And output stream. Okay, since we need to send the content of the file, then we require object of the file. So file equal to, before going to that part, we need to get the file name from the client. So we need to work on link writer. Link writer is not required, I hope. Why not we work on the scanner? Scanner equal to new scanner. Okay, and then we will get the file name that will be sent by the server. So scanner dot get next line. So here I am getting file name sent by the client. After that, we will search this file name into the specified directory. So we require a file object. File equal to new file, and here we will specify the directory path as well as the name of the file. Now if the file is available, if the file exists in the system, then we need to do some task. Otherwise we will simply send a message to the client. So to send the message, obviously I require the print writer out equal to new print writer. We will specify OS, and so if the file is not exist, if the file doesn't exist in the system, we will say out.println file is so file is not available. Otherwise, if the file is available in the system, then what we need to do, we need to have buffered input stream is equal to new buffered input stream, and then we use new file input stream, and then we will pass the object of the file. So we are using a buffered input stream for reading something from the file. So why not the file stream? Okay, so the file stream, it will using this file stream we will read out the content of the file and send it to the client. Now, how to read the file? While file stream dot so we do have int file string dot let's suppose I want to read one chunk of block from the file as in byte. So we have the byte array, suppose buffer equal to new byte, and then we will specify 1024. So I require to have a byte array, and then what I will do, I will read the content into the B, this buffer, and if this reading is not equal to -1, I want to read till then. -1 means there is no byte available to read now, so I want to read till then. And then what I want to do, simply I want to use output stream dot write buffer, and then I say os dot plus. Okay, so what I did, I am reading 1024 byte. I am trying to read 1024 byte or less from the file until there is no byte available to read, and whatever byte I have read, that byte I am sending to the output channel. That byte I am sending to the output channel, and I flush it out immediately. Now after, so if every single byte is sent through the channel, then I will stop, or I will close file stream. I want to close the file and put a stream, and obviously I want to close the communication, so client dot close. Okay, so this is about the thread. Thread is doing this task. Now what we need to do in the main method, obviously we need to uh, bind the port to listen for the client. So server, we require server socket equal to new server socket, and I want to specify the port number 7777 this time, but obviously I require to keep all the code in the try-catch block and handle the IO exception. Now, since I want that the server should be alive for multiple client, I will put the code into a while loop, or we can say infinite while loop. Now, inside this infinite while loop, the server will accept the client's request socket dot accept. Then we need to create the thread for that particular client, t equal to new thread, and then we need to pass the object of this runnable class. One more changes I want to do in this file, in this class. I need to have a constructor public concurrent file service. It will accept socket regarding to the client. And then this dot client Now here I need to pass the client, and then I want to start the thread. The thread is get started here, and then this particular thread will serve a particular client. So this is about the server side. Let's go for the client side. We need to create a package. And here I want to create a class called client, and I require a main method. Now here I need to specify the folder where the client, or the directory where the client will store the file. So private static final So this is the directory. Here the client will store all the file in this directory. Now since we are working on client, we need to deal with the IO exception. and the first step the client will do is to establish the connection. So it will establish the connection like this. It will create the object of the socket. Specify the port number and host. The host is localhost and the port number is 7777. After specifying the port, we require input stream, output stream, and we require a scanner class equal to new scanner, and we specify is system dot in, and print writer new print writer, now the client will get the file name from the user and the user will enter the file name through the keyboard. So string, let's have the message system dot out dot println enter the file name and string file name equal to sc.getLine. So the file name is retrieved by the client. Then by using this pw, it will send the file name to the server. Now if the file is available, the server starts sending the content of the file. So what we require buffer output stream bus equal to new buffer output stream, and then we have new file output stream, and then we will specify a new file, and then we specify the file name, not the file name. We need to specify. Why not we write it in the different way? Okay. So here we require not only the file name but directory plus file name. So I require a buffered output stream for getting the bytes from the server, and then that byte will be stored in a file. So here is the content. So while is dot, and I want to read the content from the input stream byte by byte. So I require byte array. So buffer array equal to new byte array. Next, while is dot read I want to read it in the buffer till I have not equal to -1, means there is no more byte to read. What I will do, I will use the BOS to write that many bytes, and BOS dot plus. Before flushing, I want to write BOS dot after and if everything is written, then I will close boss dot close server. Hope everything will work. So let's run the server first. So here is the server. I want to print one more message in the server, system.out. Server is I don't want to use this okay, let's run the server. Server is ready. Next I want to run the client. Okay, so we need to enter the name. Let us suppose I want to specify the name called bi.pdf. So it is bi.pdf, and let's see what happened to the repos folder. So we got a bi.pdf, what we have here. So that is copied. So that is how the client and server is working. After closing the client, why not we give a message system.out.println file is that's all. That is how this is like a very simple file server. Obviously the file server has more functionality than this one, but this is just a mimic of a file server. Thank you.